I want to thank you all for being here today. Normally, an initiation into the Sons of Union Veterans of the Civil War takes place indoors at a formal altar with more officers than what you see here today. But when we learned that candidate Michael Wolfe was going to be here today in period uniform doing an artillery demonstration with his colleagues and comrades, we decided to do something special, something a little unique. In the great tradition of the Union Army, we decided to adapt and improvise, and in a way that I think the boys in blue would be entirely in favor of. So with that, candidate Wolfe, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. You are now at the altar of the Order of the Sons of Union Veterans of the Civil War for obligation, and I assure you that in taking this obligation, it will not conflict with any duty you may owe your God, your country, or yourself. If you are willing to proceed, please place your left hand on the Bible. You may now grasp the standard of the flag with your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name.
I, Michael Wolfe,
In the presence of the great Creator.
in the presence of the great Creator,
And witnessing members of this camp.
and witnessing members of this camp,
Hereby.
voluntarily and solemnly,
Pledge myself.
pledge myself
To support and defend.
to support and defend
The government of the United States of America.
the government of the United States of America,
To offer my life if need be.
to offer my life if need be,
To preserve the flag.
to preserve the flag,
From being lowered in defeat.
to be lowered in defeat,
To always observe the day.
to always observe the day
Set aside by the Grand Army of the Republic.
set aside by the Grand Army of the Republic
As Memorial Day.
as Memorial Day,
Sacred to the memory.
sacred to the memory
Of the Union soldiers, sailors, and Marines.
of the Union soldiers, sailors, and Marines
Of 1861 to 1865.
of 1861 to 1865,
And do all in my power.
and do all in my power
To persuade others.
to persuade others
To do the same.
to do the same,
To be faithful.
to be faithful
In all duties of citizenship.
all duties of citizenship,
To be obedient.
to be obedient
To the law of the land.
to the law of the land,
To obey the Constitution.
to obey the Constitution
And regulations of this order.
and regulations of this order,
And to promote actively.
and to promote actively
Its objectives and interests.
its objectives and interests,
Always and everywhere.
always and everywhere.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I show you now the badge of our order. The inscription, Sons of Union Veterans of the Civil War, reminds us of our high esteem and our duty to this country. We are the Sons of Union Veterans. May we prove ourselves worthy of this title. The ribbon, as you see, is a union of red, white, and blue, the colors of our country's flag. The red signifies the unstinted streams of blood shed that the blessings of a free government might be our heritage, and that our own blood is pledged to preserve the freedoms and responsibilities we so gladly received. The blue tells us of that true faith and allegiance which our forefathers held to their country and to each other, and charges us to be mindful of their example. The white represents peace, which with honor may our country always enjoy. The motto, preserved by the grace of God, reminds us that without the overruling hand of an all-wise providence, the sacrifices of our forefathers could have afforded nothing, and that God's favor alone can secure the preservation of our liberties. Like the eagle, may we be quick to discover our country's needs, strong in its defense, and swift to carry out the objectives of our order. Promise you I will get this. It may take me a few tries. Perfect. May you wear your badge long and proudly, and may it always be a guiding star to you in the discharge of your duties in private life and as a son of Union veterans of the Civil War. If deep in your heart there lives the love of freedom and patriotic devotion to the principles and institutions for which our forefathers fought, then no personal danger no selfish consideration can quench that love and make you ungrateful or disloyal to the flag of the United States of America. Let us then entwine each thread of its glorious fabric around our hearts, and catching the spirit that breathes upon us from the battles and victories of America's sons, let us resolve that now and forever we will stand for that flag and the principles and institutions it symbolizes. It was waved over our cradles. Let us make the high resolve that unchanged and unstained as it came from the hands of our fathers, it shall wave over our graves. Brothers, I take great pleasure in introducing new brother Michael Andrew Wolfe, bound to us by the sacred ties of fraternity, charity, and loyalty. Let us give him a brotherly welcome. Congratulations. Welcome.
Was like federal volunteers who were only state units.
Yes, my
So they were
third grandfather, Matthias Wolfe, signed up with the 103rd Pennsylvania in Kittanning, Pennsylvania,
as opposed to the Missouri
and
volunteers.
served in the Battle of the Peninsula at Yorktown. There he was wounded in his first battle and was medically charged and was able to return home. He actually signed up with his older son, Alexander, who continued through the war and was actually froze to death in North Carolina at the very end of the war.
Invasion to try to capture St. Louis.